Even off the dime, despite losing their man in the middle, the champs push forward with plenty of power. Light night for LeBron, but the league's best still dominant. The Hawks, after their first win in 5 years over the Spurs, Nash and the Suns, Roy and the Blazers run from the Valley.
What do you think of that?
Estaba buscando para un fastball.
It's time for the dime.
See, they're working now. Wow! Horford right over Duncan. Wow! And he deserves it all. He deserves a standing ovation because he's working right now.
Welcome to the Daily Dime. I'm Jim Basquall. Ahead in the show, the James gang ambushes the Pistons. The Spurs and Hawks go OT, and which is hotter, the Suns or Blazers? But first up, the defending champs take a hit. An MRI shows Lakers center Andrew Bynum has a strained left Achilles tendon. There is no tear, but Bynum needed a walking boot on Saturday and is expected to miss LA's next 6 games. Bynum, who's averaged 20 points, 10 boards, and a pair of blocks over the previous 4 games, has dealt with knee injuries over the past 2 seasons. He'll be reevaluated next week, but will be replaced in the starting lineup by Lamar Odom, who's been playing with a sore left shoulder himself. The Lake Show home to the Wizards on Sunday. Here's Pau Gasol and the Lakers home to the Wiz. Second quarter, they're up 10. It's Kobe spinning baseline, fading away on the J. He scored 2 dozen, had the Lakers up a dozen. Second quarter was key as the Lakers outscored the Wizards 35-15 in the quarter. Kobe, top of the key 3, hit 4 trays, and that had the Lakers ahead. Third quarter, Lamar Odom scored just 4 points, but had 13 rebounds, and that's one of his 6 assists for Powell, who scored 28 and had a dozen boards. Lakers up top 73-50. Then it's Ron Artest finishing along the baseline on the lay. He had 16. Lakers up 22 after 3 quarters and coast their 52nd win, 99-92. There's LeBron honored for getting his 15,000th career point. That comes prior to the Cavs' run with the Pistons. Opening quarter, LeBron, the steal, going the other way. He finds the trailer, and that's Antoine Jamison filling the lane on the finish. Cleveland up 9. Second quarter, it's James backing down Rodney Stuckey. Good to see him back playing for the Pistons, though James lefty hook draws the foul +1. He had 15, one of 6 Cavalier players to hit double figures. Later in the third, off the inbounds, it's Mo Williams doing it from deep. That tray had the Cavs up top 64-51. Then under a minute to go in the third, it's LeBron pulling up from beyond the arc and beating the shot clock buzzer. Cavaliers had 7 3-pointers in all, improved to 56-15, 104-79.
I think teams, just because some of their records may not be as good as they, may look on paper, they're still NBA players and they're still going to come out and play hard, especially when they play against us. So for us to take care of business, no matter if we're playing sub-500 teams or plus 500 teams, is a tribute to our work ethic and a tribute to us going out there and doing what we need to do, challenging ourselves every time we go out on the court.
Spurs had won 7 straight over the Hawks, heading to Sunday's tip. Fourth quarter, Manu and the Spurs up a pair, but that's Al Horford crashing the glass. He had 22 points, 18 rebounds. Even at 105, they head to OT. In the extra session, Ginobili off the drive, using the window on the finish. He scored 38, had the game tied at 107. Even at 109, that's Horford along the baseline. Hawks up a pair, 4th career 20-plus point, 18-plus rebound game for the Hawks big man. Then he beats the shot clock here. They get 26 from Marvin Williams as Atlanta gets their 45th victory, 119-114.
No double team in the overtime. It was just you and Tim one-on-one. How did you keep him from beating you?
Just, playing aggressive, really trying to make him earn everything he got. And we did a great job on him. I mean, he's an all-star. We did the best we could.
Unless the Rockets or Grizzlies start making up some ground fast, it appears the top 8 in the Western Conference are set, though that 8th seed is not exactly an enviable position, as that team would open against Kobe and the defending champion Lakers. 5 through 8 are separated by just a game and a half, with Phoenix holding that 5th seed, looking down on Portland, who had 8 heading to Sunday's tips, but with that Spurs loss, they were a win over the Suns from jumping to 7. Samare and the Suns home to the Blazers. Stoudemire would score 18, grab 14 boards, while Steve Nash finishes through the lane here. He had 17 to go with 8 assists. Early third, though, even at 49, it's Andre Miller, one of his 9 assists down low for LaMarcus Aldridge. Portland was up 4 entering the final quarter, but the Suns fight back. Midway through the fourth, Jared Dudley, he's doing it from downtown. One of 5 Suns players to hit for double figures, had Phoenix up 4. Later in the fourth, Nash finding Grant Hill, who's pulling up on the jumper. He gave him a dozen to go with 11 boards and have the Suns up 86-78. Final 20 seconds, though, Brandon Roy from beyond the arc. He scored 23, though he connected on just 8 of his 25 shots. Down 4 in the last, ticks Andre Miller off from deep. Suns missed the playoffs last season with 46 wins, get their 44th victory on Sunday.
Fourth quarter, you really turned it around. What happened?
Well, the zone was good to us. I think the zone, we got some stops. We were able actually to cause some confusion, a few turnovers. We leaked out, got a couple easy buckets, but some guys stepped up and made some big shots. Jared hit a 3. I think Channing hit a 3. Amari went to work for a little while, so it was, I think, a team effort.
Kevin Durant had averaged 33 in 5 career games against the Pacers, but missed on 12 of his 16 shots Sunday against Indiana. That's Danny Granger. The steal of Durant going coast to coast for the lay the other way. He led him with 32. Pacers up 9 early. Second quarter, Troy Murphy. How about a pump fake, and how about getting to the cup on the two-fisted hammer home? He had 22 points and 13 rebounds. Pacers in control of 54-39. Third quarter, Brandon Rush is doing it from deep. He scored 15. All 5 Indiana starters hit for double figures. They were ahead 84-61. Then the fourth quarter, Roy Hibbert down low. 20 points and 8 boards for the center. Indiana gets their 24th victory, putting up 121 points and winning by 20.
First off, tonight was just, it was a disgrace to how we play and to the game of basketball, how we came out, and that starts with me. So, I just apologize to all the fans, all my teammates, that I came out like that and, kind of translated to my team. So, it's a new day tomorrow. Just got to get ready for them, and it's a quick turnaround. So that's the best part of this league.
Around the NBA, Tracy McGrady scored 15 against his former team, but it wasn't enough as the Rockets outgunned the Knicks 116-112. Kevin Martin scored 28 to lead the winners. Shane Battier left that game with a hyperextended left knee. The Kings get 24 from Carl Landry in a 102-89 victory over the Clippers. Sacramento playing without Rookie of the Year favorite Tyreek Evans, who suffered a concussion on Friday, but the good news is X-rays and a CT scan came back negative. Our top 3 dunks begins in Tinseltown with the Clippers' Travis Outlaw soaring through the paint on this send home.
Look at this play by Travis Outlaw. You talk about these guys playing with energy. This kid's playing above the rim.
Second best offers Al Horford, bringing it to Tim Duncan.
Wow! Horford right over Duncan. Keep an eye on this now. They've just kept a lot of things alive, and he just dunked over the top of Timmy Duncan. No way could Timmy do anything about that shot.
On most nights, that would be tops, but Horford was upstaged by his own teammate with an assist from Joe Johnson. It's Josh Smith, full extension off the alley-oop, finishing off our dunk of the night.
Smith soaring above the rim. Josh Smith said, hey, you keep quiet over there. I'm going to kick McDice on this next play.
LeBron is about to get good friend Big Z back in the fold. Zydrunas Ilgauskas was dealt to Washington at the trade deadline in that 3-team deal that brought Antoine Jamison to Cleveland, but the center's contract was bought out, making him a free agent. He can re-sign with Cleveland as early as today, which is expected. LeBron said he's a good friend and a great teammate. If he's coming back, I'm excited. Ilgauskas could rejoin the team as early as Wednesday in New Orleans. The Cavaliers, by the way, are 12-1 without Big Z and Shaq. Our last shot is the call of the night. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Basketball.
Otherwise, he'd have crushed it. Running the floor, Jerebko. He does that well. LeBron James got himself a chase down and one more to the CD collection. deflection.
My goodness. Get that weak stuff out of here.
Here comes Parker, wide open. Bingo! For
Cavaliers
three.
on the move. The Cavaliers, when they use their defense to get out in the open floor, there's not a team in this league that can beat them.